Hello, welcome back. I'm Jay.
I'm TJ.
And this is Not Quite Nerds.
The podcast.
Yes, where we chat about creativity, the creative life, and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Yes.
Today's episode is called The Jack of All Trades, Master of None. I'm saying it like that because it's a question mark.
Question mark? So yeah, this is episode 2. Jack of all trades, master of none. Have you heard of that expression?
I have.
Yeah, and it's like kind of talking about like how
It's so sad.
it's a bad thing that when you know all the things but you don't master anything.
I mean, Brendan has talked about it. A Swiss Army knife sucks.
Yeah.
That's why they sell them at gift shops.
Yeah, and obviously the expression is used to say that, where it's like, okay, you're not a master of anything when you master all the things. But did you know that the original saying is longer?
Of course Jay is going to say that. Tell us the story, Jay.
The original saying, oh my gosh, I might butcher this, but basically, Jack of all trades, master of none is better than a master of one. Isn't that wild? So this episode, we're going to be talking about like how every creative maybe feels like they have to do everything, especially nowadays. You know, you have to do design, video, content strategy, be a content creator, social media manager who knows how to analyze all the analytics. So let's talk about the pressure of being a creative these days, burnout.
Yep, all those things.
That might be more beefy. So I don't know if
Let's get that for a different episode.
Yeah, maybe for a different episode. But yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, our first question is, what's something you tried to learn because you felt like you had to, not because you wanted to?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I don't know that I've learned it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the word.
I think it's probably more like this, where I've had to deal with it, even though I'm not like immediately attracted to it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm going to say lighting in film.
Okay.
I just don't know that I've mastered it, but I just kind of have to like kind of figure it out. And I don't know that, like I said, like I don't know if I've cracked it. And I feel like it is a weakness.
Mine's going to be color correction.
Oh.
I hate that stuff. I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate it. Hate that, doing that. Also, social media management has always, as a design person, is kind of around the same sphere. So that's definitely something. And especially all the jobs that you look at are all like, we want a designer and social media manager. And I'm like, okay, so I can't take that job. I just feel like that is a different, like the strategy and the brain that you need to be able to actually do social media management
is different, eh?
It's different. And I think that, we learned this in the last episode. I'm not a good manager of myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm better manager of other people.
Well, because that's the thing. Is like, okay, we're already getting into it, but that's the thing. Is like, your brain can only focus on so many things.
Oh.
It's like even film and photography. When someone, for example, if someone says, oh, can you come and bring your camera, take some photos, and take a few film clips as well. And it's like, it's actually a different
Sorry, that's not how the goes.
It's such a different part of the brain.
But I guess in some ways, those people are thinking, well, I take a photo, and then I'm like, this would make a great video, so then I take a video. And
but the moment has passed.
Yeah, but they're thinking about their phone. And that's different. That's just a different thing.
Yeah.
If you actually want me to capture this as a video, I'm going to come to this whole deal so differently.
Yeah. I think as well, like this, the question is interesting because, it's talking about all the being a multi-hyphenate is the term that's being used as well. And like, I think I do appreciate the things that like I've had to learn because it kind of gives me a better idea of like, okay, for editing, this is how it's going to affect the algorithm. Or, like when we first learned, this is a few years ago, but like on Instagram hates when it's just text. It's
that is the stuff that I didn't want to learn.
Yeah. Because it's like, okay, so I need to understand.
Well, it's like, you need to post it this time of the day. And I'm like, I'm just going to post.
I wish you just, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm never going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fully. Like, I would just never post on Instagram.
Yeah.
If I think about algorithmic stuff,
yeah,
it truly depends on your audience. And who says that tomorrow not everyone that follows me is going to be from Brazil? And then it's a different timeline.
It's a different time zone.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, and we found this, we have with our channel, our YouTube channel. We post somewhat regularly when it comes to our D&D stuff. We are a little bit better. And with that I find that one has actually come with the consistency of us and less with an algorithm. People have turned up because we're like, hey, we're setting the time at this time, and they're like, hey, cool, I'm here and I'm gonna watch it. Versus kind of like trying to jump in the skipping rope and find the right time to be like, hey, this is my stuff, do you want to see it?
And I wonder though, like specifically this question, right, where like people who do enjoy the analytics and learning the algorithm and stuff are like, why do I have to learn how to do design as well? Like, I fully just want to tell people when to post stuff and what to post.
I mean, that's why you have a team in workplaces, you know, if they can afford it, to be able to have all those people. I feel like there is a place for all the right people. You know, we found that when we have a good manager, someone that we can talk about a project with and run through, they have a brain that we don't have. It's like, okay, so we're going to start with this. And then you're like, why? And then they start explaining it and you're like,
okay, you got it.
I didn't think that.
I didn't want to have to think
I was like, I'm going to start with the thing I want to do. And that's the most not important thing, whatever it is. But I think that, that's the dream, is when you can have a team of people that have
that you can...
their best thing. And some of them are multi-hyphenates too.
Exactly.
So then they bring their other things to the table when they're needed. But it's the things that they want to bring versus the things that they have to learn.
Are forced to bring. Okay, so that kind of touches into the next question, which is, do you feel like, especially in this day and age, in the today, do you feel like you need to be everything as a creative? We also present it to you, listeners. Do you feel like you need to be everything as a creative nowadays? Do you feel like that's more like what's expected out of creatives nowadays?
I think yes, in the sense, but not because I think that.
Or not because you want that.
No, not even that. I'm saying that I think a lot of jobs and workplaces have this understanding of creative as one thing. You know, for example, most creative jobs that are out there are design related. That's most of the like in-house jobs that get given. And most of those people are also photographers and also do film, and also, you know, they're not just doing design for social media, but they're doing it for print and all these other things, and probably also doing social media management as well. So I definitely think from like a corporate standpoint, I do think they are asking more of one creative to produce lots of work. But me personally, I don't think so. Like, I think that I know what I'm good at, and why would you hire me for things that I'm not good at? When you could hire somebody else that is incredible, and like sure, I can do your design and do your photography, or you could have good photography. I'll get my iPhone out.
I know. It's like because like when you're creative, you will have the eye. You can have an eye for like, okay, that is what looks good, and then it's like, cool, I can take my phone out and take a photo of that. But if I have a professional photographer that has the skills, that has
I know what I want, I can't always achieve that. You know, like you were saying with the lighting, I have no idea, you know, like versus I feel like a photographer, that is their warehouse, and maybe they're not the best with everything, but they will be better than me to achieve what I am seeing from my Pinterest board. You know,
I also wonder, like, if anyone's listening that is super in the industry and can understand like how things are moving, what's your take on
that question?
on that pendulum swing, I guess, of like, because I talked to one of our previous supervisors and bosses, and he had talked about how some of the agencies that his agency worked with, that they would what is it called, contract to, let's say they used to this is more anecdotal, but it's like, let's say he would go to them for photography, or he would go to them for animation work, but now they also offer photography, they also offer studio work, and so now they're multi-hyphenate as well. And I'm just curious, like, whether it's the demand of the economy that not everyone can be super specialized anymore. So I'd be super keen on other people's insight into why that is.
Definitely, as a singular person, I don't feel that pressure, but I do think, you know, looking at how the creative industry as a whole is operating, you know, even just looking at how many animation places I'm a big animation fan. Like
Yeah.
if it's not somewhere in Japan, it's getting shut down. Like these places aren't surviving like they used to. All these people got hired out of COVID because it was a remote job,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
they all got fired 2
Yeah.
years later.
Oh my
And so I think creative is always going to be a hard industry to be in when it's like job security, because it is so based on, when people view all of the jobs at their thing, the first usually to go one's in the creative space.
Yeah,
Because it seems not as important. And then they have to go and, I don't know, use ChatGPT to probably pull it together.
No, please don't do that.
Or use one person to pull it all together.
Yeah,
Or
and you know
ask
that
someone.
if you didn't realize that one person is stretched completely thin.
Oh, yeah. And that is not also just in creative as well, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But I do think it is harder in creative because, like we've said, it's like putting photography and film next to each other is already scary.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then you put design next to those two things, completely different.
Yeah.
And then you put animation next to those things, totally different. Social media management,
Yeah.
and then copywriting. Lord forbid,
we haven't
she
even
comes
talked
into
about
the
that.
conversation.
Yeah. And it's just wild, like, and that's thinking about that from like, what's it called? Like having clients or being as a contractor or maybe being in an agency. Hopefully agencies are doing better at managing those like specializations and stuff. But like maybe even, I guess, just pondering on how you market yourself. Like, let's say you want to be a content creator, not that, I mean, we are in a way, but different. Like we wouldn't be influencers, but when you're doing that, or like even, okay, so you want to be a freelance designer or a freelance photographer, you also have to learn how to brand yourself and how to market yourself
And become a business manager.
Yeah, it's just like, where is the line between being versatile and being like, just everything is just so overwhelming?
Oh, fully. And I think that is the hard part about creative, is that if your brain isn't completely wired to be a businessman, for example, and run your design company or whatever it is,
Or your invoices.
what do you do? Literally.
Yeah.
Like, what do you actually do? Yeah, sure, you can get help from Henry, sponsor us, and other places to help you do those things, and they are so helpful, but it is already like trying to get your brain in those spaces can be so difficult. I know that for me, I had always glamorized maybe being like a freelance designer.
No.
No, it's too hard. Like, it's not even like, yeah, I would love to kind of like have more ownership over something, sure, but to do all the other parts, it's something that I'm not good at.
It's just a lot, eh? And I mean, we're just talking. We don't really have a solution or like crazy.
Sorry. If you came here for that,
we don't know. We don't know either.
Wrong place, sorry.
I think it's like, I think in the last episode we talked about, as a creative, or at least in our experience, when we go into a project, or everything that we do, we gave a huge part of ourselves.
Oh, fully.
And we would give like 100% to go, okay, I want this to be like a successful project and all that stuff. And as time has gone by, we realized like it's not like we don't want to give a part of ourselves. It's just learning to be okay with only giving a certain part, or like just not exerting all 100%, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's a little bit of that to be thought of here, of like just being okay with yourself, to be like it's okay, personal branding, it doesn't have to be peak as the person who's a designer if you're a film guy. And I think we're all like, I guess, trying to figure it out, like even us with what we're doing here. Okay, we've rebranded, ta-da, we've got our mugs as well, and like, let's say we want to be creating content or just like an excuse to post online. Like, can we just do that for the sake of being creative?
You're telling me, girl.
I don't know, guys.
I think that sadly that's not the world we live in anymore.
No.
Like, I think, maybe in the 2010s there was places where, you jump on YouTube and upload a video, it gets 1 billion views, and now that's a whole media company.
Yeah.
And that's so awesome, and I'm so happy for those people.
Yeah.
And that is not the era we live in anymore, where stability and virality going hand in hand anymore. Especially with places like TikTok. Sure, you might get a viral video. We have had a teeny weeny, not really, taste of what it's like to see a bunch of people come to a TikTok of ours it didn't go anywhere. And that's not,
Yeah.
I don't,
I think a part of it is,
people. It's just fully like, we also didn't really post lots of
no,
TikTok.
because we just freaked out. We're like, oh my God, how can we do another
And
thing
then I
that
don't think we
people...
posted another TikTok for like maybe a year, like so long. But I also think the part of that was like completely had nothing to do with us. It was right place, right timing, like right thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And just it's harder to build audience than it ever has been before because our algorithms are blasted with ads
and there's so many
blasted
like
with random other stuff. So
especially because like as we've been, I think just my For You page on TikTok is the way it is already, but I see so many things of like, don't worry about when you post, just be regular. And I'm like, but regular means a schedule, and a schedule means da-da-da.
Well,
and then should I not
classic-
look at the analytics?
It's our classic, like we call it the Britney Spears effect, which I don't actually think it's got anything to do with her.
It's not.
But like jumping, it's like, well,
I was I'm 19, so that means I'm almost 30 because 19 is basically 20, and 20 is pretty much 25, which is like 30. It's like that.
fully.
It's scope creep.
It's the full scope creep.
Yeah.
It's just like you jump into each thing, and sadly, that's the world we're in.
so
but we're still making creative stuff, and we're still doing a good job. And the best part about it is other creatives support other creatives.
Yes. So what I would say, your assignment is
Drop your @ and all your stuff below.
oh yes,
And then we can
but
follow you.
also if you don't identify as a creative, go hug a creative. If you are a creative, hug a creative today.
Not the 2010s millennial Tumblr girly.
Okay, what's the
Free hugs on a t-shirt.
Ew, no. What is the Gen Z version of hug a creative? Do this to a creative. Oh no, do this.
What
do
is
this.
it? This to a creative. This to a Gen Z
Heart
creative.
a creative.
This to a millennial creative. This to a Gen Z creative.
Yeah. No, this. That's a Gen Alpha.
I feel like, I think the best way for us as other creatives to support other creatives is truly to go out and find other people.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is subscribe to a channel that has one Cal Arts video on it, and it will be like a beautiful animation from someone that's just graduated, and it's an amazing little animation. It's like 5 minutes, and I know it took them like a whole year, sweat, tears.
Yeah.
And they had all their friends involved. And there's only one video because that's all they've got.
Yeah.
Because that's all of their work from the whole year. And I subscribe because I'm like, I never know. This person might have a freaking TV show on HBO Max one day.
Yeah. Can I say, sounds like a downer after what you're saying, but like, I just feel like I need to be better at doing that because I'll see my friends doing creative stuff and I'm like, oh my God, so cool. But then like, sometimes I forget I don't actually have the habit to double tap. Like, honestly, even like viral videos where I was like, I'm going to show this to TJ. It's not even in my likes or my saves. I'm like, girl.
Looking for like 20 minutes on your history.
I have to go through the history. So for me, I'm like, okay, even as simple as like liking or sharing or bookmarking. Like I have a friend who is launching her music career. I don't know if she's watching this, and we don't need to shout out, but Lily, love you. But every now and then, like Lily will like remind her audience to be like, please, like she understands that
she's so good.
there is the algorithm that needs to kind of that needs a little bit of a push. But we'll ask friends to say like, hey, can you save this video or whatever? And
Support
I'm like,
it.
to me, I'm like, oh my God, just do it. Like so easy,
I think it is, but I also think it is just how you interact. Like I don't know, don't look at me. But on my Instagram, I follow way too many people. But I love doing that.
Yeah.
And I've decided that I don't care. Like I use Instagram like I use Pinterest. The amount of saved, the amount of saved folders I have, the amount of
You're
folders I
better than
have
us.
is insane.
Yeah.
Like insane. Like I also have like 0.1, 0.2 of the same idea.
See, we need to talk about our Pinterest boards and our saved collections and whatever. That's
Like,
probably
I have,
another
like,
episode.
TV show ideas that I thought of in like 2013 that I save random things to because I'm like, that would be cool.
A great TV show.
No, it's like that would be a cool color grading.
Oh.
Or it'd be like this would be a cool it'll be like some random ass thing and they're saying it and I'm like, this would be cool. Like it's got nothing, like it's like vibes. It will just be sometimes vibes.
Yeah.
And like I would say I have about 50 saves in my like folders.
Oh my gosh.
At least.
That's wild. And
I need to go through and delete
and
some,
that's
though,
why
because I don't
creatives
have
are overwhelmed because we're
Because
like,
the
I can do
saves are
that, I
crazy.
can do that, and I can do this, and I
It's
can
like,
do
oh my God,
this.
imagine if I had a TV show, bro. You can't even like get out of bed in the morning. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna turn up to set on time? Damn.
I don't know how you do that.
Anyway, so we have other questions to get through, and we have not much time. Our next question is, what have you learned about outsourcing or collaboration?
For me, collaboration is so important and is like my favorite thing about my job in church was being able to collaborate with amazing creatives to go like I don't know how you think like that, and like now years down the line I'm like, I'm so glad you thought like that, because it's taught me how to like think a different way.
And even in the beginning being like, man, they're a crazy thinker, and then like 5 years down the track being like, oh, they're literally a G.
That was so great.
They're outside of this room, like church space where we're all randomly just like hanging out together. This person is getting hired by Where to Workshop. You know, like this person is like a legit creative. Like they're not just, they've got a name outside. People know who they are.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest part about being in those worlds, because it's like you're working with the best of the best, not just here, but out there.
Yeah. And I think what I like, like I think we touched on that earlier where you were like, you know, collaborating with people who are, you know, they might, let's say they are technically the animator guy, but the animator guy knows how to do design and also knows how to do photography and stuff. But it's like they get to run in their lane, but then you get to collaborate and you're speaking the same language. And it's so good. And I think that's really one of the biggest reasons why we decided to like start this channel and this podcast was it's like, now that we don't work together, we want to be there. I miss that collaboration and
saving space for each other.
And it's just cool to like have someone who like understands your language, who knows, or like it's like, okay, this person can complement my weaknesses and my strengths and whatever. And I value collaboration as
totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to, you know, this is definitely the most successful collaboration project I think both of us have ever done. It's lasted like 4 years now, so that's pretty crazy.
3 years? I don't think it's 4. That's wild.
Anyway,
okay, all good.
I don't know. I think it's been 3 years.
That's fine.
But anyways, all that to say, I have tried many times. I have besties, Nayada, who I have secret projects with, and sure, maybe they don't get to where we want, but sometimes it is, you know, allow yourself the room to make that chat.
Yeah. And
sure, it's not going to go anywhere, but why not? Let the chat run its course before you delete it. You know, like try it out. You know, what is it like? When people like the trip made it out of the chat. You know, like
the girls trip made it out of the
collaboration. Get out of the chat. Get out of the world. Like try it.
And that's kind of one of the...
Work with someone that you don't know that lives on the other side of the world, and maybe it will be something, and maybe it will be a disaster, but like you tried. And I think as creatives, it can be hard because, like we've said, putting part of your soul into what you create is always going to be a part of the creative process. But at the same time, if no one ever sees it, no one's going to see your soul.
Oh, that's crazy. What a take.
And you'll die alone. Just kidding.
Yeah,
because you're gonna put it in the comments, and so then we can see it. But yeah, like, you know, whether it's music, like I know that's something for me. Like I always struggle to want to put it out in the world because I want it to be perfect and I want it to be just the way it is. Blah 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 blah. But the reality is that no one's ever gonna see it. So is it that no one ever sees it and it doesn't cause any harm and it just dies on my hard drive?
Don't do that. Yeah, and I think that's something
someone sees it and moves on and likes it once.
Yeah. But why like not? If you watch our previous episode, like for me, that's like, you know, obviously TJ's preaching and is like it's fine. Where it's like just do it. And that's something that like I'm learning to kind of get over of like, okay, you just need to do it. And in a way, sometimes feels like baby steps, and even us doing this is like, okay, we're just gonna release it out into the world, and we may not be the jack of all trades, but I think that like, especially like, you know, again, bringing it back to like 2025 and like having to know all the things these days, because you're meeting with people who do know the things, you capture it, but also like, I guess for me, the lesson is like, you don't have to carry all of that, and just try and get something Mitchell said to me. What was it that it was something related to something? Nope, it was related to a website. We're not going to talk about that. But he said to me, don't let great get in the way of good. Yeah. And I'm like, that is a tale as old as time.
I mean, and to go back to the collaboration question too, sometimes the collaborator doesn't need to be, you know, for example, you're going to make a web comic. One's an illustrator, one's a writer. Sometimes it's just having the collaborator be the person to to help you get it done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like my dad is always like, hey, so did you finish editing the video for, for the thing? And I'm like, dang it, why did I tell you?
And that's why we love project managers.
Oh, fully. And it's like, maybe it's just having a group of friends that you send all your music to, or maybe maybe they don't get it. Maybe it's not their vibe. That's fine. But maybe just having someone to push you, someone that's like reminding you to kind of keep going. It can be hard. And, you know, after a stressful day of stacking shelves, because I work at Countdown now.
That's the new lore.
The new lore. You know, like maybe, also it's called Willie's now. Yeah, maybe it's just someone reminding you how to do it, and someone that can push you on when you get to your weekend and you don't feel like doing it, but they're like, you should do the thing. Maybe
I think it's a great reminder also to like look after yourselves and surround yourself with people, because I don't think it's possible for one person to do everything.
Oh yeah. It's not. And that's why we're not a jack of all trades.
We're not jack of all trades. That's why there's two of us.
Well,
here.
I guess we're all jack of all trades and sadly drowning. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. We're fine. It's fine. Say in the comments how you're doing, please. And that is all the time we have for this episode. Like we did in the first episode, because this is only the second time we're doing it. How we end the episodes is we will roll a D100. And then we're going to answer a quick fire question. TJ, roll the dice.
Let's go. I rolled last time. You should roll.
Okay, fine.
You roll first.
Okay, fine. 54.
Okay, 54. We have first song you illegally downloaded.
Illegally. I don't know if it was... Does it count if I recorded it onto a cassette tape from the radio?
Sure.
I can't remember.
That's pirating in some way.
So, I think LimeWire, it was making a playlist for my trip to New Zealand when my family moved here. Okay. And it was like it was a whole bunch of songs, but one of them was like No Air by Jordan Sparks.
Oh, yeah. That was my ringtone when I got to school.
And also like She's Just Being Miley.
Yeah,
that
one.
Yeah. That was like the...
Oh my gosh, thank you for saying that, because I know... Okay, so, you know, everyone had LimeWire or whatever, and there was definitely ones, but I never downloaded it personally, because I was going to be like, I guess I could say one of those. But the one I remember, I used to have a Mac laptop at school, and everyone else had Windows. And on Mac, when you opened up the main screen, I know, so bougie. My dad, it's because my one broke, and then my dad was like, you have to take mine, I guess, because I was in a laptop class. Anyway, on the main page, they would have the top songs of the day in America. Mm-hmm. And in that time, like, music wouldn't come as fast to New Zealand.
Yeah.
And so the song by Miley Cyrus, one of her first songs as a solo artist, Party in the USA, was at the top, but I'd never heard it. And I told my friend, and she was like, oh, that's interesting. Next day she came in with it. And we sat there with her iPod Nano,
oh my
one
gosh.
ear in each
Your
side.
little brains got blown.
iPod Nano wrapped around 100 times so that it would work. And we listened to it, and it was amazing.
That's beautiful.
That's going to be mine.
You roll, please.
Okay. Roll time. Okay, 33.
33. Where is it? Oh, what is your aesthetic guilty pleasure? Like low key, it's the aesthetic that you like, that you feel guilty about. Oh,
Feel
good.
guilty about. That's probably
maybe it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's like kind of secret.
I love British.
British.
No, do you know, my actual guilty pleasure is early 2000s. Early 2010s. The classic like Pick Monkey aesthetic where everything has got like the bloom glow on it and it's like tinted and like the shadows are all like dark blue. There is an amazing music artist. Her name is Ellie or Eli, and their whole like shebang with their new music is like American Idol in the beginning. Is the comeback. And like all of the trailers for their EP at the moment is like, I'm the hot girl on the work site, but I can also sing a good tune. And it's so funny. You should go look it up. Eli is amazing. Their music is amazing. But also just like the aesthetic is like so ridiculously like, you know, like, what are the...
with the fedora.
Full fedora era with like a love
full
heart
hipster,
and pencil
like,
on the thing and everything's tinted. Yeah. That's a full guilty pleasure.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
what is yours?
I don't know. I feel like...
Because you can't say a nice one. You have to say guilty pleasure.
I know. I'm just trying to think.
Jay, don't say millennial core, please.
No, not millennial core.
Like,
I'm just trying to think. I
everything's
feel
gray.
like the aesthetics
Millennial
that
gray.
I'm into are like things that I feel like people tell me is cool. Unfortunately, that's how my brain is. Maybe I'll say, because we talked about this earlier, it's more of like a surprise that for blind boxes and stuff like that, I tend to gravitate towards like
Oh, yeah, Jay likes a spooky.
creepy cute.
Oh, she loves a creepy cute. Or sometimes just creepy.
Yeah, like
You'd think that I would be the one that likes creepy and she would be the one that likes just cute. But I'm like, I only want it if it's cute.
Like I love Skull Panda, but
Yeah.
then there's another line of blind boxes
Emmas?
that I'm the Emmas. I'll if not on this video, I might attach a link to the photos.
Jay has shoulders.
No, it's fine.
It's more than one.
It's like I end up gravitating towards like the darker kind of
Like
cutesy.
clowns. Like clowns.
I didn't mean to. Looking back, I'm like, oh, it's a dark carnival. I didn't realize that
Yeah, it's like a clown.
because I didn't want the cute ones.
It's crazy.
Anyway,
It's crazy
so
in the
that's-
sense that it's not what you'd think she would be into. Not that it's educated. They're like cute, but I'm like, okay. It's a jack-o'-lantern with a jester hat on it.
And
Interesting.
it's so cute.
And it's a bunny.
Well, that is it for episode 2 of Not Quite Nerds, talking about being the jack of all trades. We're so glad that you could join us and hang out with us.
Yeah, honestly, we would love to see comment and say what you thought of the episode, but also maybe answer some of the questions that we've said in this episode.
We'd
we
love to
would
hear your
love to hear
insight.
from you, even if it's like maybe a little bit feels a bit awkward to say in the comments. Like,
Just be nice,
DM
though.
us. You can DM us as well on our
Instagram.
Instagrams, other places.
Yeah.
We would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again in the next one.
What is it gonna be
Stay
about?
creative. Ooh. We break up.
That was the last episode.